Ready? Next speed. The health of an organization depends on the policies it adopts, either with regard to its marketing, finance, purchase, or personnel. It is no denying a fact that each and every branch mentioned above plays a very vital role in the growth and development of an industry. Today, in this session, we shall be discussing one of the most important facets of management, that is personnel. The important indices which are used to know the level of the health of the organization are absenteeism, accidents, indiscipline, and labor turnover. All these factors to some extent are dependent on the working conditions, the medical facilities, and better industrial relations. There have been many studies taken up to analyze these factors of production. In the first place, it will be interesting to know that accidents are on the increase year after year as our emphasis on industrialization increases. An accident is considered to be fatal if there is loss of life. Anything happening without the will of an individual is termed as an accident. The large number of industrial accidents not only cost the organization to a great extent but also the human beings involved in such accidents. If there is an accident, on the one hand, the production is affected, and on the other, the indirect cost of financial expenditure to be incurred on the employees' medical care also increases. Thus, it is wise on the part of the administration to identify the areas prone to accidents and take remedial measures to prevent them as far as possible. The accidents may be of two varieties. They may be due to the carelessness of the worker at the time of work, and secondly, due to the lack of facilities in the work spot. There are arrangements which have to be constantly reviewed. The workers should be equipped with proper tools, and the workplaces should have sufficient incandescence and ventilation. Further, the working hours of the company should be such as to give the worker enough rest, as fatigue also is one of the causes for the accidents. Thirdly, the workers should be given training at regular intervals. Despite all these measures, however, if an accident occurs, the management should not be content simply with the conduct of an inquiry and fixing the responsibility. It should take further steps to prevent its recurrence. The second factor which affects the industrial production. Recently, I have had the opportunity to accompany my friend to a government office in which he got an appointment. I would like to share my experiences in the office. We both went to the office at the start of the usual working hours, but to my surprise, there was nobody to attend to our calls. After some time, a peon came in and promptly requested us to wait for some more time. We were pleased to receive such a courteous response from someone in the office. We waited for an hour for the arrival of the head of the office. After taking the necessary permission, we met him and showed the order of appointment issued by the regional office. He was surprised to see the order and remarked that there was no need for such appointment to be made at this juncture. He also pointed out that he had not made any request for appointment of new staff. At last, after our repeated requests, he sent for the office manager. Immediately came the reply that he was not available as he was deputed on some official purpose to a local bank. The officer requested us to wait till such time the manager arrives and issues the necessary orders. In the meanwhile, we went round the office. It was hardly an hour after the commencement of the office, but we were surprised to see that majority of the staff were not in their seats. We were informed that the staff went out to a canteen for having tea, without which they were unable to commence the work. Even those who had restrained to go out were not prepared to take up their assignments. They were engaging themselves in discussing how the government would overcome the crisis. Every one of them offered their own solutions for the problem. Very soon, those who had gone out also joined them, and the discussions reached their peak. We were beginning to have a heavy heart. Suddenly, there was calm, and the office manager took his seat with a bang on the table. We proposed the manager and showed the orders of appointment. He instructed the senior assistant next to him, who is in charge of the establishment matters to prepare the order to be given to my friend. The gentleman took out a file, gave us an order in which one of the typists was appointed and requested us to prepare a similar order, duly substituting my friend's name. As soon as we prepared the order,